Okay, here is my dual battery PlayStation Vita. Gonna do a quick teardown. Besides the glass screen protector slightly coming up on all four corners, no visible differences. Speakers are in and work. I have 78% battery. I have played about 2 hours and 15 minutes of World of Final Fantasy here. Upscale to native resolution, force overclock just to the game default, nothing crazy. Got Vita Bright set to the highest, that's not really high or blue, using a modified config from GitHub, but okay. So I've had some amazing battery life so far. This has just been today. I installed it last night. This is September 28th, and yeah, let's rip this bee apart. Oh, also, I've seen a couple months back on the forums people talking about creaky buttons. I got no creak, zero. These things are brand new, and purely because when I took it apart, I cleaned everything from the back end, ripped it all apart, got all the goo out from the previous owner as I bought this for $90 at a pawn shop. Let's do this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You can already see it stressing out. Everybody questioning about the scale, going, I don't get it, man. What do you mean? LOL, why are you posting scale? Well, man, this shit is heavy. This shit is packed. This shit's like a freaking stuffed crust, bruh. Extra mozzie. Need a little bit of Dunkin's. Okay. This thing is just gonna fly apart. Let's just look at this already. Does that look like a happy PlayStation Vita? Baby's popping. Oof, look at that, it just lifts. Okay, this battery looks like it's all good to go. Pop this. There we go. Now, into the fun stuff. Now, these speakers are not attached. They're just kind of floating, so I don't really know what to expect, as when I closed it, I just kind of had to sit them in there. Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so as you can tell, we got 2 stock Vita batteries. As stated in my very, very badly put comments, trimmed off the bottom, both of these, after removing the black style clip of both. Trimmed off excess bottoms, then had to trim out all of the casing here using a nice chisel. I did not use any Dremel tool as it seemed unnecessary. Most of it broke off very easily by hand, and then just kind of cleaned it up with a chisel to make sure there wasn't any piercing bits on the battery. A little bit crude looking with the duct tape, but I have a nice solder job. Red to red, white to white, black to black connector from my original battery. I've had 4 batteries so far. Original, 3 ordered. My second battery, first ordered battery, amazing, ran for a month and a half. Just kind of got it chilling in the back, waiting in case these suckers die out. But they've been running great. Speakers here, oh yeah, really, really sketch. They are magnetized, as the physics of the speaker entails, so they seem to be pretty stuck there to the batteries. And yeah, that's about it. I'm just gonna close that guy out. Let's one real quick. If anybody does this, of course, you got your ribbon cable for your back touch here that needs to get removed and made sure it's in place, as well as this power switch. Besides that, on this 1000 Wi-Fi version, you are all set. I did kind of make sure the tension on all the screws on the Mobos were where they should be, as some of them are a little bit awkwardly loose. After I cleaned out that those buttons, but that's the friggin' magic. Let me get some nice screenshotty style right there. This. Okay. Now this freaking monstrosity comes back together. Now, the key, make sure these are correctly set. Make sure the slots are all correctly put into place. Your camera should line up where it's inside, and then everything's basically good. For this big fat mamma jamma, you'll want to put these battery back screws in. And kind of using the classic torque idea. I work them alternating in a clockwise manner. Well, of course, with any screws, always making sure to work in a counterclockwise position till you are sure that screw is threaded in properly, because this shit is plastic, children. And with that plastic, it is unforgiven. Gotta make sure you ain't threading it wrong, or that is not good. Feel that nice little bump. You know it's pulling in. Yeah, buddy. Ooh, yeah, oh yeah, there it is. Just suck it right in. Okay, got all 4 screws in. Oh shit. Okay, now. Make sure. Okay, installed. We just got the bulge city going. Same technique. You want to make sure to get these guys threaded in right. Okay, so while I'm finishing all this up, like I said, last night these came in. I checked both of them. Vita was already ripped apart. I had already cleaned the buttons like I had mentioned. I already sanded these down, beautiful, from clear to just a frosted with a 600 grit paper, as well as these. Looking sharp. It was already ripped apart. I was doing all that little funny business, and that's the old P. Show you the magic here. Of course, you gotta have that quality memory cardage. No Amazon freaking China ripoffs pulling at 20 gigs. Oof, beautiful. But okay, slap this guy together. I tested out both the batteries, threw them in. First one 55%, pulled it. Second one 55, pulled it, soldered them, threw it together, tested it out, gamed it till it ran down to 40. From there, plugged it in, let it charge up. Seems to charge slower when the device is off? I don't get it. That shouldn't be the situation. Seeing that it only... it says that it only charges through USB on computers when the device is off, as the data conflicts with it and won't allow it to charge. It's weird. It still picks the current up, as sometimes the icon will show, but... Oh, you see that? Looks like that might have been over torqued a little bit. Look at that. But charged it up. Now, key, a lot of things said when they charged it, never hit 100. The light physically turned off, so knew it hit. Turned it on, boom, 100%. Standby's the best. Let's turn it on. We've been through it. I better get all the downvotes in the world for this. Strictly for the haters. Oh no, it shouldn't work. Oh yeah, I put PlayStation Vita there so it looks like a China ripoff. Ballin'. Ballin'. What's a quick game with Bactus? Web browser. I don't know why Wi-Fi wasn't initiating. Sometimes it's this. This web browser is effed. There we go. Look at that. Back touchscreen works perfect. Look at that. I don't know if you can hear this music, but let's put on something that you can hear. Upscale, baby. God damn, this game's beautiful at upscale. It looks sharp. Okay, now that we're done with this, let's get back to the real deal. Let's even use these wonky ass shit stands. Look at that. Beautiful. Later.